Baba, we are wishing you well, and our party chair, we are also wishing you well. However, we are saying, Baba, the fight that you started, we are the ones who will continue it. We have heard other people saying they are the opposition. Baba, the party is strong, and we will onboard a million youths to this party because this party is still the official opposition, Baba.
Today, KASMUEL MCOURE has officially joined ODM. As a person who was the fighter of leaderless, partyless revolution, we must interrogate why KASMUEL MCOURE has decided to join ODM and to be under RAILA and ODM. When the GENZs led a protest against the finance bill, they were under an umbrella of being partyless, being tribeless. But I'm now realizing that there is no revolution in Kenya which can ever be without a tribe, without a party. That's the truth. So today, KASMUEL MCOURE has been unveiled as the ODM. In fact, before the ceremony of Gladys Wanga being coronated as the ODM chairperson, the day before, Gladys Wanga met with KASMUEL MCOURE, talked to the media, and also introduced him as the new breed of ODM who will take over the party.
Of ODM is in the hands of our young people, our Gen Zs, our Gen Alphas, the ones who are coming up. That is why we want strong involvement of young, brilliant young people with a bright future like Mako to come into the party strongly, bring in other comrades, not just comrades, bring in young people of all walks of life and take over the party. This is the party of the future, and you are the future.
Yeah. MCOURE, say something, please.
I think it behooves everyone who's of sound mind that we will go out in an outreach like never before. We will register not only the educated, but the people who are uneducated, the people who are in the technical institutions, and ensure that this is the party. If we look at the struggle that we've had, this is the party. Actually, every Kenyan is an ODM member just by virtue. That's why we will go on a vigorous mass registration of the young people to bring them in the party of the present and of the future. Thank you.
Fantastic.
So you clearly see that people who started as tribeless, people who started as partyless, some of them, most of them, are joining ODM. And they have normally one thing in common. They come from certain tribes. Look at the usual activists in Bungala, Wananchi and others. They are either Luya, Luos, or those tribes which are normally in the opposition. So we must interrogate, why is KASMUEL MCOURE being taken in the ODM, and what may be the purpose of this? But before I speak about this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So, first of all, KASMUEL MCOURE got a name when he was seen during the GENZ protest, where protests were held against the finance bill. There were very many names which were gotten by the public who stood firm against the finance bill, and I think it was a success. It was one of the kind of the protest where RAILA and ODM was not involved, where the opposition was not involved, and the protest was successful. Why am I saying this? When this protest was successful, there are some politicians who captured this process for their own gain. And among those politicians is RAILA and ODM. When this protest erupted, RAILA and ODM used this window to get the slice of government. It is when Mbadi was appointed, Joho, Oparanya, and others were appointed in cabinet. They were appointed on the sweat of the GENZs. In fact, I call that hypocritical. In fact, I continue saying that the more RAILA and ODM lives in Kenya is eroding his legacy he built for a long period of time. It was an act of hypocrisy. Getting political position on the blood of the GENZs. And I keep on telling people that normally when the revolution is headless, it reaches a point when serious politicians take over it and get something out of it. That was it when the Gen Zs rose up. Raila Amolo Odinga used that thing, okay, to get where he is. Now, I know Ruto made a political decision by there to keep himself in power by bringing the opposition on board. And truth be told, that many of the Gen Zs right now cannot come out to protest because they are conflicted. A person like Kasim Mak can no longer take him on the streets saying that he's partless and tribeless when he has pledged allegiance to Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Okay? And remember, Raila Amolo Odinga also sings praises to Ruto. Even the Adani deal, Raila Amolo Odinga came out to say that the Adani deal is good. So, if a party leader comes out to say that the Adani deal is good, even the dissenting voices which were coming out to say that the Adani is a scam, people like Onyoka will keep quiet. Okay, and that is the problem of having the opposition in government. The common man is the one who loses a lot because you have no one to fight for your interest. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Kasim Mak was pledging allegiance to ODM and Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. He said these statements.
Anyinga KASMUEL MCOURE, wodo ure meshak, ma oko ure kangito. Na Baba, Your Excellency, Your Most Eminent Designate AUC Incoming Chair, we're here courtesy of Her Excellency, our party chair, Her Excellency Miss Gladys Wanga. Baba, we are wishing you well, and our party chair, we are also wishing you well. However, we are saying, Baba, the fight that you started, we are the ones who will continue it. We have had other people saying they are the opposition. Baba, the party is strong. And we will onboard 1 million youths to this party because this party is still the official opposition, Baba. Wakenya! Wakenya! Vijana! Tunaomba kwamba vile tulipigana tukatengenezea waheshimiwa wetu wengine pahali, tunaomba hao pia wasimame na hawa vijana, wapatiwe kazi, tupatiwe wasichana wetu waache kuuliwa na watoto wetu wapate elimu. Sisi bado ndio opposition. Sisi vijana ndio bado opposition. Na chama ni moja. ODM. Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
That is Kasim Mak. In his statements, he also came out that ODM is the only party in the opposition. And I laughed at this young boy. First of all, ODM is in government. He said these statements when the outgoing chairperson of ODM, Mbadi, is the CS Treasury. I saw Joho, the CS for Blue Economy. Okay? He said this when there are people in government holding ODM tickets. So it means that ODM is playing hypocrisy. It has one leg in government, it has one leg in the opposition. It gets freebies from the opposition and it gets freebies from government. So KASMUEL MCOURE cannot come out to say that the ODM is the only party in the opposition. In fact, right now the party which may seem to be in the opposition is Wiper, because Kalonzo Musyoka is doing the duty which is being done by the opposition. And remember, it doesn't have finance from the concentrated fund. People like Junet Mambad in parliament are financed by the government, courtesy of being in the opposition. So you have a party which has two legs. One leg in the opposition, another leg in government. So you clearly see the scheme of taking over the GENZs was left for Raila Amolo Odinga so that he can put them on hold. And it was a scheme by Raila Amolo Odinga to put the GENZs on hold because they pay allegiance to him since he's the senior activist in the country. So that when after the AU chairmanship race, whether he wins or not, when he comes back to run for president, he can reignite the activism. So the duty of Raila Amolo Odinga was to kill the activism because Kenya saw one of the biggest activists when Raila Amolo Odinga is not involved, and it was successful. Okay, they breached parliament, they breached very many institutions. So Raila Amolo Odinga got jealousy, and since he's a politician, is now trying to put the GENZs under him so that he can use them in future. Secondly, the only GENZs who is still standing is Morara Kabeso. It's the reason as to why at one point Gaucho and KASMUEL came out to attack Morara Kabeso. Okay? Because he was the only one standing. He was the only one who still opposes Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, although I think Moroka Kabeso was being supported by Uhuru Kenyatta. So they came out to attack him because right now by Kasmuel joining the Bunge la Wananchi is degrading himself, because mostly the people in Bunge la Wananchi are used as hired guns by politicians. You can pay them to abuse anyone. Okay? You understand? So they came out to attack Moraro Kabeso because they saw him as the genuine opposition who was still standing, because he is still opposing Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga at large. In fact, when Gaucho was abusing Moraro Kabeso, he said these statements.
The same thing, wewe usidanganyane, hata ukidanganywa wewe unaweza sema president, sijui unaweza kuwa deputy president wa Jimmy Wanjigi, sijui unaweza kuwa nini senator, sijui unadanganywa boss. Kenyan politics na African politics is local. First inaanzanga na tribe yako. Second inakuanga party ambayo tribe yako wengi wako ndani. Third, then wewe mwenyewe umefanyia community yako nini, ama hiyo area unasimama umewafanyia nini. Si kusimama juu ya gari. Kama ni kusimama juu ya gari na kumeditate vile kujaribu kufanya vile president mfulani anaongea, kuweka sauti kama ya vile huyu president anaongea ama nini, Nyambani angekuwa president. Wewe unataka kuweka Kisii, Nyambani ni Mkisii. Angekuwa hata MP ama MCA ama councillor ama senator huko Kisii. Ndio alikuwa anaongea kama Moi exactly. Ako wapi? Mdomo Bagi angekuwa sahi MP Kamkunji. Alikuwa anaongea kama Raila Odinga exactly. Mtu alikuja kubatika ni huyu John Kiari. Yeye alikuwa anaongea pia kama Kamotho, hiyo group yao hiyo, lakini akabatika na ile wave ya nini ya TNA Jubilee, akabatikia hapo. Unaona? So my friend, watu wanaweza kupenda juu sahii wanajifanya kwamba wamechukia Ruto sana, na iko watu ambao wanakutumia wewe, the same people ambao walijaribu kupindua Ruto na backdoor. Ndio sasa wamerudi na strategy ya make sure wame blackmail na wanatumia vijana kama wewe, kama wengine, ili waseme ya kwamba Ruto hajafanya hii, Ruto hajafanya hii, mpaka project zingine. Baba wenyu Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa hiyo wakati hakufungua, kuna kitu alifanya. Sijui kama hiyo wakati iko kuwa na vijana ambao wangesimama juu ya gari. Sijui. So my friend, Kenyans wanaweza kuwa wajinga. Si vijana tunaweza kuwa wajinga, but hatuwezi kuwa wajinga kiwango hiyo.
That is Gaucho. So you clearly see that it was a scheme by Ruto to bring Raila on board, appoint some people within cabinet from the opposition, to stifle the office of the GENZs, but also Raila Amolo Odinga to put the GENZs under himself so that he may be seen as the father of activism. In a later, maybe in future, he would reignite them to use them for a particular purpose he best knows. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, employee would subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.